Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see ya. Hope everybody's feeling well. I am now over my sickness. My household is over the sickness, but now my mother and father and my sister and her son are sick. Not with what I had. They didn't get sick by me, but they're sick with this like snotty nose, sneezing, sore throat. So it's going around, guys. Hunker down, stay safe. I'm going to give everybody just a few more minutes to come in. I put it out there that I was going to be going live this week. Sent out a little reminder earlier about I was still going live, so I sound a little sniffy, but I went outside to take them all plates of dinners because nobody felt good. And the junk in the air, the mold's really high around here today, and got my nose a little running, but it's allergy junk, guys. I'm good. Well, Hershey, thank you for showing up. Looks like you're the only one so far. Might have a few people straggle in. I'm just going to hang out. It's only been like a minute and a half, so. Anybody got anything going on tonight, Hershey? Has anybody else got programs going on? I didn't even think to look and see. Ben had come over and we all ate dinner together and hung out and took everybody plates and ate dinner and did dishes and fed the dog. And, Sadie had to have some stuffed shells. We had some meat and cheese and some cheese and spinach and some cheese and spinach and mushroom. And, they hit the spot tonight, Hershey. They so hit the spot tonight, them damn doggone stuffed shells did. Stuffed shell salad and some cheese bread. You still there, Hershey? Can you hear me okay? I keep feeling like my chat lags on this end. I'm not sure, but it just has to make do. I just have to make do with it because I can't afford a new computer, so. I do it on my little laptop, but I swear I can't see the chat on that. I can't see good enough to see the chat on that little old thing. This one, at least I got the nice big screen. I think a lot of people's been sick, Hershey. I think Cheyenne said she was sick, and who else? Who else was I talking to that said they was sick? I can't remember. I was worried about Cheyenne because I hadn't seen her in age. Like, she hasn't put anything even on her page or anything in a month. Can you hear me okay, Hershey? Is my volume loud enough? Hmm. 5 minutes in. Looks like you're the only one here, Hershey. I might have to wrap it up early. Had quite a few Monday. Oh, okay, good. Good. That's all right. I get it. I went and seen about a job, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I'm just putting it out there. I need a decent job close to home that pays well, that I don't have to do a lot of lifting. Down here at this nursing home down here in Columbia, Anna was telling me about one up there in Caseyville, and then there's one also in Collinsville up there by where Grandma used to live. Where your grandma used to live, right down the street from that is another one that's doing some hiring. Anna knows a girl that works there, and that girl was telling Anna that if she knew anybody that they needed help desperately. And it's just, that's all private. It's like private residence for people like your grandma. No, not secretary. It's filling their pill, helping them fill their pill things and making them lunch and doing a little like cleaning and laundry. See, I could do that. It wouldn't kill me to do that. 17 an hour down here in Columbia. Now the one up in Collinsville is like 22 an hour. I don't blame you. Get that Vicks going. I swear. The Vicks and prayers is what got me through, because I didn't take any antibiotic. But as soon as I started feeling that in my chest, up here in my bronchial, I got the Vicks and the hot towels on it. Started doing the beating stuff to get it work loose. Oh, Brandy Boo, thank you for coming in. Has it been busy, baby? You guys know you don't have to absolutely come here. I do love you to death and appreciate you for coming in, but I know you guys got lives too. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, let me see if I can get on here and give Brandy a wrench. How come you don't have a wrench tonight, Hershey? Why is that you don't have a wrench? Yeah, this stupid ass. Yeah, I have to go. Hershey ain't got her wrench on tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on. Ain't got no clue. Because I know I know you had your wrench last time. You had your wrench Monday when we was on here. Oh, you do have. See, I'm not even seeing your wrench, Hershey, tonight. Your wrench is not showing on my side at all. And it did Monday. Isn't that weird? Crazy shit. Crazy shit. That's what it is. I gotta go to the YouTube studio, don't I? Don't I have to go to the YouTube studio? Or do I do that on regular? I don't know. Maybe regular. Here. Get on. Oh, you fucking idiotic thing. There it goes. Get on. See now, on here, Brandy, and you have a wrench. But I'm not seeing that on this one. Get on. See now, on here. Sorry. Yeah. On here. Oh, you can't see that because it's too bright. On here on the chat thing, when I signed on, it's showing you and Brandy both with a wrench. But now when I'm looking at the screen right here on my computer, neither one of you got a wrench. Isn't that the stupidest shit? That's why I was so confused. At one time, I know I gave more people a wrench, but yeah, it's there. It's showing up on the thing there, but it's not showing on my computer. That's crazy, isn't it? I don't understand that. But now, like Monday when we were on here, you had a wrench, Hershey, so I don't know why it does that. Isn't that weird? I'm doing the same shit I did Monday. Monday, you had a wrench. I could see your little wrench on this chat thing here. But now today, it's not showing. I don't get it. If I ever figure it out, it's going to be a miracle. I need an award, a gold medal, if I figure that shit out. So it looks like it's just us three. So I'm not going to keep you guys here. I know you got stuff to do. We're 15 minutes in. Well, 11:30. 11 minutes 30 seconds. Think I should give them till 15 after? Think I should give them the 15 minutes? Somebody else might have had something better going on tonight. I don't know who all does anything on Wednesday. I haven't been paying attention because I haven't been able to stay awake to watch anything. I tried to lay there on the couch and recoup and watch stuff, but every time I turned something on, I'd be asleep before I'd be like, I don't even remember hearing the beginning of it. Okay, I'm having hope. I'm having hope. I mean, I sent out on my announcement thing. I sent out on my announcement thing Monday and today that I was going to be live at 8. But I know there's a lot of people sick too, so I don't know whether they'll be coming in or not. They come in, they come in. If they don't, we'll call it a night. We can all go do something. I'll go get under the cover and watch some tube and play crazy. I already did the dishes, so I do have to put them damn shells away. I got stuffed shells over here. Brandy, me and Sis made stuffed shells. Grandma and Grandpa's sick, and Liz and Jared's sick, and it ain't from me because I didn't go over there when I was sick. They ain't got sick from me. But Grandpa has snotty nose, head cold. Grandma said she had a sore throat. Aunt Liz said she had this drainy, snotty nose going on. Jared said he was getting over his sore throat. His throat wasn't that bad today, but I took them all plates of stuffed shells and salad and some garlic cheese bread. Well, does either one of you want a reading? I'm using my beautiful Forest of Enchantment cards that Brandy gave me. My beautiful nature deck. My little comfort deck. My little comfort deck. What? Shit, what? Do you, either one of you guys want to read? And I've got my little Forest Fae oracles. I can't hardly read these. I have to hold them over here under the light where I can see them. If I put this light over here, then it's too much. So Robert's been begging you to make AW shells. I should have told you I had some. You could have come and got you some. If you're out running around tomorrow, I'll swing by and pick you up some for you and Robert. Sherry, hi Sherry, how are you? Good to see you, girl. We were just talking about stuffed shells. I made stuffed shells. Me and my daughter made stuffed shells for dinner. We made 4 pans of them. But I took mom and dad a plate. I took Liz and Jared a plate. Then Ben ate with us, and I sent some home with Ben, and then we all ate. So 4 of us ate. I know they were so good. We don't do much pasta anymore because my husband had a heart clot and they put him on that heart diet. So he's only allowed so many carbs. Shells are the only thing he can eat because they don't have as many carbs as like spaghetti. But we were big pasta eaters before this happened. So to have shells, he was so happy tonight. He can have like, if he eats a piece of bread, he can eat like 5 of those shells. If he doesn't eat that bread, he can have like up to 7 shells. I am feeling so much better, Sherry, but I was just saying, my house is good here now. My daughter and her man and me are good now, but now my mom and dad and my sister and her son have it. It's not what I had. I'm sure I had the COVID. I am sure I had the COVID. See, I don't know what's going on. I honest to God don't know what's going on. Why is he not showing up on my thing? He was here the other day, wasn't he? Thomas, I don't have any clue, honey, what's going on. That's what I was saying. I can't see Hershey and Brandy's wrench either, Thomas. So, I mean, I see it when I logged onto the YouTube on my phone, but I can't see it on my computer. I don't know. It's stupid stuff. It's totally stupid stuff. I don't understand what goes on with these things. Go to my channel. Intuitive. Yeah, I'm not even seeing you on my chat, Thomas. Why not, I wonder? How do I check that, Hershey? How do I check and see if Thomas got hid by mistake? He's not even on my chat on my when I logged in on the cell phone. I can't see him either. Sorry, Sherry. My if I ever figure all of this out, I deserve a gold medal because they don't make this stuff easy at all. Click on the buttons. What buttons, baby? Thomas isn't showing up on here. How am I supposed to do it if he's not showing up on here? What do I got to check? Let me hang on. Let me look. Oh, for Frilio's sake. They need to make this easier for all of us who are not computer literate. Your channel. Okay, look. YouTube Studio. Look. Where do I go to this at? I'm not sure. Dashboard. I have no clue, girl. Okay. I don't know. That didn't help. I can't see anything there. I don't know what. Okay, look. Okay, look. Chat filter. Chat filter. All messages. Let me see if he come on. I see Sherry. I see Brandy. I see Hershey. I don't see Thomas. Oh, for God's sake. Hmm. Report, share, save. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to go in. Live. Oh, maybe under settings. Settings. I don't think it's under that. Tell me what to go on. Click on buttons. Our studio in your settings. Settings under studio? Hmm. Hang on. YouTube studio. I don't have a settings button under studio, Hershey. I got contents, analytics, uh, comments. Yeah, that's all I have under studio on my phone. All right. Look here. They need to quit with this harassing stuff. Manage your Google account, your channel, settings, general data, autoplay, video quality, downloads, watch TV, manage all history, try new features, bill payment notification, connection apps, live chat. Okay. I just have that like hold for review, potentially inappropriate. Where else would I go? Where you can block or add mods. What's that under? Hang on. That is, what is that under? Oh, for God's sake. I thought that was under settings. What is that under? Hang on. General. Downloads. Watch TV. Manage all. What is that under? For God's sake. Doesn't that piss you off? They just need to quit with all this silliness. Okay, my channel. Okay, it's settings part of your it's in settings part of your studio. Okay, let me go to my studio. YouTube studio. I don't have a settings on here, Hershey. Serious. I wish she was here. You'd probably be able to go right to it. Nope. Contents. analytics, comments, and then an earn thing, dashboard. My dashboard just has this on it. I don't know if you can see. Let me turn that on. See, there's no settings on it. Am I doing it wrong? It's driving me crazy. That's silly. I don't understand why. Yeah, that's analytic shit. I am so sorry, guys. Thomas, I am so sorry. I'm going to look into this when we get off here. I can't seem to find it. I don't know why you're not showing up. I don't understand. You going to bed, Brandy? Love you. Thanks for stopping by, baby. Are you going to be over this way tomorrow or anything? If you are, come and stop by and get some of them stuffed shells. I'm so sorry, guys. There he is. How'd you get in, Thomas? I didn't change anything. I couldn't find the settings thing. Hershey was telling me to go to. That's craziness. I don't understand why that's doing that. Like Hershey doesn't have a wrench on my thing tonight, but she had one Monday. It's craziness. Brandy, give the babies hugs and kisses for Aunt Debbie. I love you guys. Hello, Thomas. Can you hear me? Craziness tonight. How did you finally get in, Thomas? I don't understand why that. See, when I click these buttons besides here, only thing I get's that put user in timeout and ban user and delete their comments. I don't get a place to assign anybody in the StreamYard, but when I get on my phone, I don't have a place for that either. I'm going to have to look that up after we get off here. I've got that guy checked on my favorites. I'm going to start watching some of them and get smart on it. How are you, Sherry? Do you guys, anybody want to read tonight? Yeah, my chat's lagging. Stupidness. You had to actually use another account? I am so sorry, Thomas. I don't understand what's going on, but I couldn't even get over to I might have to go on my computer to do that, but I could have swore I did that on my phone before. Assign little wrenches and stuff like that. But I couldn't figure out where to go in here. Okay, Sherry, I'm going to just give you a little general read. General read for how your rest of your week's going to go. How's that? Sherry. Let's give Sherry how the rest of the week's going to go. Sherry. Sherry. Well, Thomas, you were on here, though, after that, weren't you? I thought you were on here like... Ooh, okay. I thought you'd been on here since that happened. I was pretty sure you was on here after that. But I'm going to check it if you'll tell me how. Or I can go watch that little guy after I'm done and figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Sherry's cards are flying. swear I felt like one turned, but am I tripping? No, there it is. Make sure nothing else turned. Okay. How's the rest of Sherry's week gonna go? Ooh, this is looking good. So, Thomas, I am so sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I'll check it when I get off here. I tried to do it, but I couldn't get it pulled up on my phone either. I'm pretty sure you've been on my page since that incident with the weirdo guy was on here. Sherry. Oh, wow. That's not funny. Ooh, they just being crazy to me. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Let me chase your cards down, girl. Okay. Scooch us out of the way a little bit here. I got to have more room. Because you had a pile fall out. You had a pile fall out, girl. They're trying to tell me a story. These cards like to tell me stories. Okay. Let me see what it's saying here. All right, girlie. Let me get you one of these. Your first card out is the Green Mother. The Green Mother is just you're setting in your mother energy right now. You're being all earthy and good for you, and you're feeling better and more grounded out. You going, Hershey? Okay, Hershey, you have a good night, baby. Get you some rest. Keep your humidifier on with your Vicks. So you're being all in your... Come on, give me a card for Sherry. You're setting in your mother energy power right now. You've started a new journey. Your second card here. You started a new journey of learning. You've got a goal of something you're learning. This is saying the Enchanter. So you're learning part of your gifts. I feel like you're taking a bigger interest in. Uh, whatever this gift is, you know you're good at it. I mean, you already know that you're good with this. You just want to learn more about it and maybe some more control over it. Because you got, the liar. I don't know. Somebody's challenged you, maybe. Somebody challenged you about it, and it's kind of got you second guessing yourself. So you're like going right up to the knowledge. You are right there. You said, "Oh, let me go back over and look at this. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing is right." Stand in your power, girl. Oh, there's your card. Finally. Okay, what we got for your little card here. Sorry about that. Let me get my face out of the way. Is she of the mossy bray. Not all things are as they seem. Trust in your intuition. So, if it wasn't hitting home with this person or something you did wasn't hitting with another person and they said something about it, don't second guess yourself. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Or maybe that was their little warning that they need to listen. And instead of listening, they would say, "See, you don't know what you're doing." Okay, your next one is your four boons, which is about, uh, to me, this card's saying, maybe be more careful about who you're sharing with until you get a little more confident. Because some people can be mean about that. And then it kind of shuts you down because you second guess yourself. Talk to a trusted friend. Talk to a trusted friend that knows you well, that knows your abilities and that, and let them get you lifted back up. Do your little studying, get with yourself, do your little studying and that, and get yourself back on your, feel like somebody said something that kind of knocked you off your game. And then I get the huntsman, and the huntsman always gets his game. So just, get with yourself, build your self-esteem back up. Just be a little more careful about who you're sharing your gift with right away. And let your friend, practice on your friends and your family. Gypsy JJ, hello. So that's what I have for you, lady. I hope that helps. I hope that helps with the message. I hope the message helps you with whatever it is you're going through. Does anybody else want to read tonight? I was watching Gerald and Hershey before I come on here. They did a little, about the, they did a show about the, oh, I'm so glad, Sherry. They did a little show about the, root work and shadow work kind of thing. What root work really is and this and that. And it was really good. I am so glad, Thomas, but now, Thomas, my house is finally better. My daughter's finally better. She had to get an antibiotic because she gets pneumonia really easily. But my mom and dad's sick, and my sister and her son are sick. I had taken them over some dinner plates. I didn't go in. I just handed them to their little hands through the back door. There you go. I'm telling you, Thomas, that stuff would like to kick me 90 to nothing. I was feeling horrible. I thought I was going to take myself to the hospital there for a little bit. Does anybody else want to read? I know. Well, it ain't passing it around because once I start, if I start feeling bad, I put it out there. Don't nobody come over here. And I call my other sisters and tell them you're going to have to pick up duties because I'm out. So, because we all take turns cooking for mom and dad and all that stuff. So I haven't been over there. If they got sick, it wasn't from me because I keep myself. I've been in this house for a month and a half. I haven't left this house for a month and a half, other than I stepped outside the one day, and then when I was feeling better, and then I felt worse that evening, and I thought I shouldn't went outside because sometimes my allergies is kicking in. Like today, I took them that flights no longer than it took me to walk across the yard. My nose, I was sneezing, my eyes was watering, and had to hit my little Vixie thing before I got on here and blow my nose. Yes, it is nice to have siblings. It really is. But now I was told my sister Tammy's bunch has it over there too. So I'm figuring that's probably who took it over there because I think they were over there this past weekend. I know it's just this crazy weather, hot and cold, hot. I know when the weather goes up and down, like mold count around here is really, really high because we're really close to the river. It stays dampy and it gets like moldy on your house. You got to keep your house power washed and stuff because of the damp air. And the mold gets high here, and that's what really bothers my sinuses a lot. You like these little cards? I love these. I love these cards, and they are on. These are on Amazon. I think they're made by Llewellyn, but they're on Amazon too. I got this one off of Amazon. It's a rock pulls. It's a rock pull deck. You can get them from the website, but really they're cheaper on Amazon unless Rock Pull's running a sale. If they're running their half off sale, you can get them a lot cheaper. But they were like $12. They're not much. They're adorable. Yeah, I got them. Hershey got her deck bought for her like this. And I fell in love with them. I had to give myself one because it goes so well with this little deck that Brandy gave me. Intuitive Ella gave me this. This is called the Forest of Enchantment. And it's a real earthy deck. It's like one of my favorites. I love these really earthy decks. And this has a lot of spirit animals. This one's big, got a lot of owls in it because I have a spirit owl, so. But yeah, these are really nice. It's a really nice earthy deck. I don't really play with it too much. I play with it a lot for myself, but I haven't really done a lot of readings with it. A rock pool, Rockpool. Rockpool Publishing. Let me show you. Yeah. Right there. They print a lot of decks. I like their decks. They have really good card stock. I ended up with 2 Housewives Tarots and 2 astrological oracles from Temu. Oh, wow. That was a nice little surprise. That was a nice little surprise. I know. I ended up, that's why I did that giveaway. I had bought myself one and then ended up getting one for, from my kids for my birthday. So I had 2 of them and I thought I'm just going to give one away on my channel. And think Twisted Sushi ended up winning that one. Okay. Yeah, I like this deck. Boy, if I didn't know better, I'd think Hershey was here playing with my cards. Did that come through where I wrote rock pool? It didn't. I don't know what's going on with my. What in the hell? It's called Rock Pool Publishing. And usually I try to put in my little description thing, I try to put the names of the decks I use and who I buy them from or who you can buy them from. I signed up for the newsletter on Rock Pool, Hay House, and US Games, because then when they have like it's getting toward the holidays, so usually this month they have really good sales, like 50% off sales, and they'll send you the notifications as soon as those sales are going to be going. I sign up for their little, notifications. But like some of my decks I get for like $8 because I'll get them for half off. If they're a $16 deck, I can get them for half off. Like Light Sears Tarot, I know just recently was at Hay House for $15. It was like on their 30% off. Yeah, I've got Llewellyn, Hay House, US Games, and Rockpool. That's the 4 main publishers. There is like a Blue Feather or something like that. That's they don't really do any sales. But yeah, I have some of the 10 decks. I have some cards that have come from oh my Lord. What was we just talking about? My brain has not been right since I got better. And I was saying that to Brandy, and she was saying that happened to her when she had COVID. Like, I'll know what it is and what I want to say, but it won't come to my mouth. It's strange. I've never had this issue before. This, oh my Lord, get it to my mouth, please. Oh, this is just crazy. Where you bought the decks from, honey? I swear, I can't get it to my mouth. I don't know what's going on. But I have some decks from them that I'm really crazy about. I got this one from them. This cute ghost tarot. It is so cute. Yeah, Stoller's a tinned one, and you can get that off Amazon, and you can buy that off the website, tinned. This little ghost deck I got off of Temu. Look, it finally made it to my mouth, guys. Sorry about that. This little deck is so cute. I got it for the ghosts. You have to forgive me. I write on my cards, so I don't care if anybody likes it or not. They're mine. When I get to know my decks. When I get my decks and I get to know them. And of course, this is Temu, so you ain't got a book or anything. I go through and I write my little, keyword on my card of what that means to me. What that means to me, that's my way of getting affiliated with my decks. That's how I get to know my decks, as I go through and play with them. So, yes, I have small hands too, Debbie, and I have arthritis. So this one is not a bad bigger deck because it's thinner cardstock. It's that real thin, like plain cardstock. So it's easier for me to shuffle, and it's not too bad to handle. But some of the thicker ones, I have to be having a good day to play with the bigger ones. Like this one. I have the big deck, but it's that real thick and it's got that funky laminate on it. Not that that's bad. Some people don't mind that. I particularly mind it because it sometimes feels like it's ripping my fingers off. But I got this as a gift, and I think it came from Timu. I'm not going to swear to it, but I think that's where she bought this at. And I already have I play with this one all the time because it's a little chintzy thin cardstock, and it's easy for me to handle and shuffle. But I like the deck so well, I got the bigger one because I wanted the book. I wanted the book with it too. Not that you couldn't use it without the book, because I used this thing for probably a year and a half or so before I ever got the big one. Yeah, even these are so thick. These are so thick that I cannot shuffle them like this either, sideways. They're so thick and have this coating on them. Now, see, when Hershey lived with me, decks like this, I would just say, "Here, Hershey, break this in for me." And Hershey would play with it enough that it would break that coating on there and soften them up a little for me. And then it would make it easier for me. But she's not living here now, so I'm on my own. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do to get my deck softened up. I know my one deck, I like scruffed it. Somebody told me to put baby powder on it. It's just the thickness of them. And I really am spoiled to this one right here, this little one. I even colored it. See, I've used this one so long, it's got the frayed edges on it. And this one is just nice and soft already. It's a little thin cardstock. I mean, I know people get upset and have their opinions about Timu, but I'm like, not all of us can use the big cards. I mean, I love this deck, but it's a thicker cardstock. And I can't side shuffle this one because it's fatter. It's fatter than those angel cards. So they'll fall. And they're a matte. They don't have that funny coating on them. But they'll just fall. I can't even get them to fall. They like stick to my fingers and then they leave a funky residue on my fingers. A lot of Timu decks. This is a Timu deck, and I love it so well. I'll probably order the big one so I can have the book to go with it. But I probably will just love this little deck because I read so well with it. I read intuitively a lot. I don't always use the book, but sometimes I go through the books, and especially on oracles, I like to know what they say, especially if I sit with the card practicing and I don't understand it or it's not hitting well with me or something. Then I'll look at it in the book and ponder it and work it out. Yeah, somebody told me to use baby powder. So I did that. And that made a big mess. Oh, that was a mess. If you have allergies, using baby powder on your cards is not a good idea. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then I have the big self-care, but I have a little Timu one. And a lot of these were given to me as gifts. And I use them. If I like them, I usually buy the big one so I can have the book. But these are a matte, so they're not so hard. They're a matte, thicker card, but this one side shuffles okay. I can usually, it'll do the fall shuffle. So, but I like the little one because I have it broken and I've had it for quite a while. Want to try a new series on my channel. I'll do an intuitive, interactive tarot journal class. What is that, Thomas? An intuitive, interactive. An intuitive, interactive tarot journal class. What does that mean? Kind of explain it to us. Does anybody else want to read? Did I miss anybody? I'm sorry. I'm horrible about being able to. How is that Housewife's Tarot deck? Is it okay? I got this one and I got this cute. Oh, get in there. It's the only thing I hate about these boxes is it's hard to get your cards on. I'm not a very patient person. Sometimes I try to be, but I'm not. These, here's my little self-care. And I've had this one for years. Probably at least 3 years. Probably at least 3 years. I edged this one. This one's edged up. You can see how much I use that. The little edges right on it. But it's a little thin cardstock. But I love the littler one. It's just easier for me to hold, easier for me to shuffle. And I've had it a long time, so it's, you know, it's mine. That's cool, Thomas. I know you were saying you got one of your decks wet on your cruise. That's the only thing about like going to Florida and the cruises or Bahamas or anywhere like that is the air is pretty damp too. And if you have cheaper cards, like my cheaper cards, I never take to Florida. I never take them where I know it's going to be damp because they're thinner and they'll soak in the moisture. They'll soak in the moisture and ruin the cards. But like my little Timu deck, I wouldn't care because it's like cost me $4. I'm like, if I weren't that, I'd just get me another one. It's not like you paid $50 or $30 for a deck. Like this one, I would never take there because it is a thinner cardstock, but I know it's an expensive deck, and I would never take that to Florida, or anywhere like that because I'd be afraid it'd get ruined, and then I'd be upset. Not be from the authors. Had a blast on the cruise. I don't know. I know that this deck here is not like the original because I finally found who does the original of this. She's on Make Playing Cards. She's out of Paris. And her deck is definitely different than this one. It's definitely different than this one and it's bigger. But it doesn't have a book with it either. I'm like, and it's expensive. It was like $70. And then I couldn't even get it in linen. I was going to try and get it and buy it in the linen because the linen is always easier for me to shuffle and it's that matte feel. But you can't even opt to get it in linen ordering it on the Make Playing Cards. So I was like, I don't have that kind of money right this minute. Maybe when I get back to work, I'll order me that one. I know. The one that I've struggled with, Debbie, for so long was the Wisdom of the Oracle right here. Now, I had a... Oh, my God. I'm fixing to drop everything. I had a little cheapy one that I think it was Brandy or Hershey. Somebody might have been my cousin. I mean, it might have been my sister. I'm not sure. Somebody got it for me as a gift, and I loved it. It was like those little ghost cards. It's small. It was easy to handle. And I thought, well, I would love to have the book to go with these because I read it. I read it for 2 years intuitively, and then I thought I would love to have the book to go with that. So I ordered Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle, and the cards are this big, and they've got that shiny front on them. And I like scratched them. I put powder on them. I did all kinds of stuff I ended up cutting it down. I ended up cutting it down and making it a deck I can handle. I mean, it has broken over the years. The shininess has gone off of it. Hershey helped me get that broke off of there. But I totally cut it down and then just edged my sides myself to make it good for me. But a lot of the bigger cards, some of them you can, some of them you can't. Some of them you can cut down and it's feasible. You don't cut off the words or whatever. Some of them I don't care if I cut off the words. I had okay, I'm trying to read Thomas's. Let me read Thomas's. Show the card and have people brainstorm what they see. Oh, yeah. We used to do that in school. Like the teacher would draw a card and say, what does this mean to you? And then everybody wrote what each card meant to them. And then we discussed it in class because I read more intuitively. Some people don't read that way. They read like there's a meaning for this card in the book. And some people learn that. And I mean, we all know basic tarot. When we first get in there, we learn the basic tarot, the Rider-Waite meanings. I had that knowledge, but when I have cards like this, it hits me really intuitively. I get loud messages. I get, feelings about what I'm supposed to say. So, yeah, it was Payback. Rider-Waite Smith. I have extras. And then a bunch of extras to get alternative meanings. Yes. Yeah. That's what I was saying before, like all of us read in our own way, and there's no wrong way or right way. This is what I learned. Me and Hershey took a refresher course with Bethany on here because I hadn't had a class in ages. I was trying to find that other deck I modded. I'll show it to you later. And I was like, the teacher I had when I was in classes was like intuitive readings. If you get direct messages from your spirit guides or angels and, are from your, I'm intuitive, so I get a lot of messages from the feelings around people. So that always over trumps what the book card means. What the book says does not always, if you're an intuitive reader or you're getting messages, that trumps out on anything the book says. I kind of been doing these calmer ones. Don't make me go so crazy. If I get crazy colored ones, like Boneyard, Bonefire Tarot. My spirit guides love this deck. It's the bright colors. The bright colors in here, my messages go bonkers. I get messages flying when I'm reading with colored decks like this. My intuitiveness goes bonkers. It's the bright colors. They really attract me and get my intuitive side. And then too, I think it's because they're busy cards. So, my brain is looking at these pictures, and it gives my intuitiveness a chance to jump in and take over. It's strange how we learn to read and what works for us and triggers us, and I find it interesting. I love to talk about it. Debbie, you want to read? Yes, I think that would be great, Thomas. I think that would be awesome. And it also, I know when I first started doing it, it just made me comfortable because sometimes when I would do a reading, I learned the Rider Waite. And when I do a reading, I would get the feeling that's not what this is telling you. And then, I learned from the book. So I was doing like this Celtic cross. Some days the cards would just be flying out, and it would be like I would get 9 cards. And it helped being in a class where they would say, oh, the deck's trying to tell you a story. And that's a lot of times what I get is a story where I'll get, like, they call it a garden wall. I'll get a 9-card garden wall, and they're explaining to me what I need to say to somebody. So there's all different ways of reading, and I find the best way to learn how to read is just play with your cards. And it helps if you've got a friend or, a couple friends that are interested in doing it too. It makes it so much easier that you can, experiment, what works best for you. Debbie, did you want a reading? Is there anything in particular you wanted a reading about, Debbie? Thomas's channel is Tarot Your Way. I'm so sorry. My chat is acting stupid too. What is going on? Stop. How did I edge my sides? It's very simple. Look. Just little Crayola markers. Just Crayola markers. The only thing is when you edge your sides, I'm just going to say this for example. I'm not trying to do it. When you go to edge your sides, just make sure you keep the back of the card to you. Edge it, just lay your tip on there. Shake your marker down. Lay your tip on there a couple times. This. I lay out paper towels and I lay them down on the paper towel and I let them air out for a while before I pick them up and then go to the next batch. Boho Tarot. If you ever watch Boho Tarot, BOHO, Boho Tarot, she does a phenomenal teaching thing on how to cut down. That's who I learned it from, how to cut down my cards. I have a little cutter thing, and then I have a little thing that does your little corners where you can do your corners, recorner your decks. Boho's really creative. Like, she decorates journals, and like for every one of her tarot cards, she's got like a journal, and she sits with that deck for like a month, getting to know her deck before she starts really getting into it. Garden wall. Yeah, it's called a garden wall. It's 9 cards, 3, 3, and 3. And sometimes I get 9, sometimes I get 12. But when I get that many, I know I'm supposed to be reading a story. And I just put them in the order they fall. And then usually it tells me the story of what I'm supposed to tell the person. And I don't know if you use expressive cards like me, Like these cards here are very expressive and they have all different, you know what I'm saying? Like I can usually get a story in a minute out of these. If I'm not using these, I use my Marchettis, and they're very expressive cards where there's people in them. And like this one, to me, that's talking to your girlfriend, hanging with your girlfriend. You know, this is standing in your magic, you know, claim your power, lift yourself up, lift your vibrations up. This one is like plant seeds, plant your seeds. I mean, these cards mean something different to me than they would mean to anybody else. We are all going to see these in our own light, the way we're supposed to see them. But like, you know, to me, this is, you know, everybody's awing in the magic. There's a little baby dragon right here. And this is the little gnomes and the dragon. I mean, these cards mean something to me personally when I look at them. And everybody has their own meanings for their cards. If you sit with your decks and look at your cards, you know, it's saying something to you. That's how I get to know mine. I just look at my cards and I'm like, what is this saying to me? You know, what is this saying to me? You know, what is this one saying to me? What is this one saying to me? And to some people, this might be scary. To me, this reminds me of my Uncle Ronnie. I mean, I get a different, I have a language with my guides and my cards. And that's how I read for myself and for other people. I know, internet's buffering. It's been crazy. Yeah, the garden wall. It's a 9-card or 12-card spread. I mean, some people never get flyers. Some people shuffle their cards and they divide it in 3 and they pick up the deck and they draw from the top and go over. From the minute I started doing tarot, when I shuffle cards, I get flyers. They fly. You see, yours flew all the way across the room. I had to get up out of the chair and go over here and pick them up. But I feel like that's my guides yanking that out. Yep, we need that one. Yep, we need that one. But I've always had flyers, so I don't think anything about it. And that's just the way my reads go. I know my sister never has done flyers. She doesn't even shuffle like I do. I mean, she shuffles like this. And then she picks out of the deck. She picks her cards out of the deck. I've seen people that shuffle and then spread and pull cards that are drawn to pull. There's no wrong way or right way. Yeah, Michelle. That's her, Michelle Bajo Tarot. There's no wrong way or right way, guys. You play with your cards and whatever works out is what's meant for you to do for you. And there's no wrong way or right way. I mean, that's the way it's meant for you. I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, I feel like we all should know the basics, you know. And I raised this one on. This is what there's this Easy Tarot. And this has got like a Marchetti deck in it. And it's got this nice book. And it tells you all the basics, you know, like what ones mean, what twos mean. This gives you a whole lot of good basic knowledge for doing tarot. And it also goes into good detail about the cards. I have a very good rapport with this deck just because I've studied it and pondered it and worked with it. And but you get your little kit like this and just get the basics down. You don't have to read exactly like what the book says. If your guide's coming through and saying, no, I know what that says on there, but I'm telling you, you need to tell them about this, that, or the other. Any message that comes direct from your spirit guide or your angels takes precedence over anything else. Well, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I hate to run, but I swore I was going to try and keep these an hour because I can keep going and going, and people don't want to do that. They've got lives. You're late, Book Witch. I'm so sorry. What deck is this? This one here, babe? Is this the one? Or was it the other one I had? Book Witch, is it the orange here? Or was it this one here? Is this the one you were asking about, babe? I'm sorry, Book Witch. I've got a lag going on my end tonight. It's so crazy. Book Witch, is this one here, the green one? This one? Is this the one you were asking about? This one here? With the little gnomes and stuff on it. It's got little fairies and gnomes. It's an earth deck. Is this the one you was asking about? I'm so sorry. I've got a lag going on here. It's taking a minute to get these in. If it was this one, honey, this is called Forest of Enchantment. Forest of Enchantment by Luna Weatherstone. And this is a Llewellyn deck. And Llewellyn does still have this in their repertoire. It's a beautiful deck. Totally beautiful deck. Has totally, let me find the book. What did I do? Oh, there. It comes with this big book. It has a gorgeous book. Look, it has a gorgeous book. It goes into a lot of detail about the cards, and this is an earth deck. If you're like a Virgo on the earth signs, you would probably really love it. Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry, Book Witch. We do have a lag. Was that the one you were talking about, or was you talking about the bonfire? This stupid thing. That was it, Book Witch? The green deck? It has owls on the back. That's my niece Brandy bought me this. Intuitive Ella that's on here. She bought me this one. Yes, it's a beautiful deck. Anybody that loves earth stuff, if you really relate to earthy stuff, you would love this deck. I so love this deck, and I get such good messages off of it. Anybody that's just learning or is interested in learning this Easy Tarot, and this is by Llewellyn also. That's a Llewellyn. This deck here, it comes with a very nice book. Comes with this big book here, and it tells you about like all the different cards, not just their cards, but like what ones mean and what water stands for. You know, it tells you a lot of the different aspects of tarot in it also. Is Llewellyn harder? This is a Llewellyn printing, but this is a Ciro Marchetti deck. I don't think it's a like a Rider Waite kind of a deck. There's nothing hard about it other than he uses the astrological stuff. I just like Ciro, and I love these bright colors. So that That does me. These decks here, the bright decks, get me going. Go on Llewellyn's. Llewellyn is a publisher, and they have a lot of different card decks on there that you can look at. Llewellyn, you have Llewellyn, and you have Hay House, and you have, oh my God, my brain's not working good since I had COVID, guys. I'm telling you, it's horrible. We were just talking about this, and I was just saying them, and now I can't get it to my mouth. You have Hay House, Llewellyn, Blue Angel. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. And also, you can go on Amazon. Amazon has a lot of Llewellyn and them decks on there also. If you're questioning whether it's a Llewellyn deck or whatever, you can scroll down, and where it says publisher, it'll tell you Llewellyn or Hay House or whatever. Right, US Games is one of them. You can go right to their websites and sign up for their newsletters. And when they have, I'm so sorry, when they have their good sales, they'll send you emails, like when they're having their 50% off sales, and you can get them a lot more reasonable. Like usually this time of year, they're doing a lot of those for Christmas. Okay. All right, guys. It's 1:22. I've been on here an hour and 22 minutes, so I'm going to get on off here. I'm glad you all came in. Please come back. I'm on every Monday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. I'm so sorry. Someone's making me cough. These candles in here, I think, are bothering me. But, oh, excuse me, ladies. I'm so sorry. So please come back, and I'll see you all later. Thank you for coming. Catch Thomas's channel. That's going to be good, Thomas. I'm going to get on there and figure that one out.